Forever. Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, Diva. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds, you fucking fucks, you stupid fat fucks. You're all overweight. What am I doing?
I will tell you this. I recently have been feeling
Fat?
Yeah.
Overweight.
Yeah.
Is it because you started working out and
And then I
you're
had
like,
to stop because of my injury.
you can do cardio with. You don't
I
need
know,
your wrists
I
to
can
walk.
fully do cardio. But when I was working out, I was just lifting weights.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is amazing. Never did cardio a day that I was doing.
Does that do anything besides build muscle? Like, don't you
No,
gotta keep that?
he asked me, he was like, let's talk about your diet. And I was like, no. I'm not trying to get smaller. I want to get bigger. I was like, I want to get tits and arms and an ass. And so he was into it. But by pure.
You trying to fill out those Speedos?
Yeah, in the Speedos on my arms, the Speedos on my tits.
Well, you just
meant
wear
my
like
ass.
a spandex onesie when you're out performing. It must be nice to wear clothes that breathe.
I think what it is, yeah, I know. Unlike you, layers of wet
Oh
pads.
God, it's just awful.
Wet wipes in your pad. You just like stuff your tights with wet wipes.
No, that one time I stuffed it with wet
Towels.
towels though, because I left my pads in
I
LA.
still do not understand why you didn't call the front desk and ask for dry towels. Because they would have given them to
My
you.
brain didn't work like that. My brain was just like, I need to.
But
get
you grew up
this-
rich, so like you're just like, bring me the things that I want.
Yes,
So why didn't you ask?
because I wasn't thinking. I grew up rich. I didn't have to.
Why does this say this episode is brought
This
to you?
episode is brought to you by Helix Mattress.
No, it's
I'm
not.
very excited to say that we have a new sponsor.
No.
It's Helix Mattress. And they're going to send me a bed, Helix Mattress. I really want a new bed.
I know. I asked for a new bed too.
Anyway, Anna,
I don't
this
think-
episode is sponsored by Helix
I
Mattress.
don't think it
Thank
works.
you, Helix, for your time. Now, if you're looking for a comfortable bed and you have a high BMI, that means body mass index, Helix Mattress has a mattress for you. Anyway, a Helix mattress is a mattress that you can sleep on, and they're purple, I think, or is that a different
that's a
brand?
different
I saw a
company.
commercial where they put an egg on a bed and dropped the
That's
glass on
not
it. Is
it.
that Helix?
Nope.
No, that's not a Helix.
No.
Okay, I also saw a commercial. What am I? Okay, Brooklinen. If you want sheets for your Helix mattress bed,
We have one advertiser currently. No, we have more than that. But the one that you really need to be focused on is the mental health one.
speaking of mental health, let's bring out our guest.
Wow. Triggering.
He's a comedian. He's a hot gay person. He's
And-
been on TV.
And he's a spider enthusiast.
What?
Sort
Please
of.
welcome Joel Kim Booster.
Joel Kim Booster!
Oh,
Hi,
thanks
Joel.
for having me, guys.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Did you save that spider's life?
Which spider? Oh, the spider that I posted on my Instagram?
Yeah, that's
one
right.
of the many. Yeah, I have been instructed. I moved close to the LA River, and all my neighbors are like, please, God, don't kill any of the spiders because the other bugs in the area are so intense because of the river, like the mosquitoes
And the spiders
et
eat
cetera.
the bugs.
And they're like, the spiders are actually integral to like all of our safety.
The LA River ecosystem.
Yeah, so I've been instructed, and I, for some reason, listen, I don't know, but there is a spider that lives on one of my doors that I check on her frequently. I named her Geri.
Ooh.
And there's a little sign above the door now that says, please do not use the door handle. I do not use the door handle because it's where Geri lives.
So what do you press on it? And
Yeah,
slide it?
it's a glass sliding door, and I press on it and slide. There's like, it's
Handprints.
filthy. It's filthy.
Because she lives in the
I
handle?
know. I keep trying to like figure out if there's a good way to move her, but there's something comforting. I don't
Maybe she
have.
can get in a relationship.
I
She'll move to a tree nearby.
I like keep thinking about adopting a cat, and I'm like, I'm never home. I don't have the time. And there's something nice about Geri because like she's like self-sustaining, and like I come home and there she is, and like I've really imbued her with a big personality, and it's
Yeah.
just a fucking spider.
Is it Jerry with a J or Jerry with a G?
It's Geri with a G.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
obviously.
Jerry
Jerry.
Halliwell.
But
Jerry
no,
Halliwell,
Honnard. What's her last name?
I don't know.
She has like a new married last name.
Yeah, no, it's from Succession. Geri from Succession.
Got it. Jerry from Secession. And you recently moved, right?
Yeah, in October, I decided, sort of without evidence or checking or science, that my old apartment had mold. And
I know
said-
that feeling. When you get
Yeah.
that feeling, you can
Were
like
you
never
just like
sleep
always
again.
coughing and like?
Yeah, I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would be like coughing, and I was like sick pretty much like since I moved to LA. I have been like low grade, and I have a lot of like respiratory issues and sinus issues. So I was sort of like, maybe it's just that, but I was just like, no, I have a feeling I have mold and I'm gonna move. And so it was a month-to-month lease too. So I was like, okay, I'm out.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found a nice, like, in my budget, like, house. So I was like, rent.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
Please.
the dream though.
Yeah.
Like and that is what I always thought about moving to LA. Like,
Yeah.
you think about like you move to New York and you're like, okay, I'm going to have 12 roommates in a cramped apartment. You think about like in Chicago, you have like, like it's like a little 3-story thing with like a wooden like back porch and like and in LA you're like, I can rent a house.
Yeah, I just want to be on the ground.
Yeah.
It's so weird in New York. I was like, I want to be high
Really?
high up in the air. And now in LA, I'm like, get me on the ground, baby.
What was the highest apartment like floor?
Oh, I mean, I was like on the 6th floor probably.
okay.
Oh, okay.
I fucked a guy who like lived in Midtown on the 57th floor of some
Oh
like,
no,
huge building.
I'm not talking that. I mean, just like I liked like pre-war like walk-up style.
Got it.
Like I liked that energy. I don't.
Which
I don't
war?
want
Our
like, a
current
new
war?
Yeah.
Yeah, but those big buildings, those drive me nuts because it literally took me 20 minutes because I had to like sign in and then also just riding the elevator, like waiting for all that
I
traffic.
know, and sometimes you need to like in some of those newer buildings, you need your key to like use the elevator too, and it's like that is actually homophobic.
Right? You're like, how can I wait?
The grinder
ass up?
Yeah, how
it's
am I
like
supposed to get a hookup?
yeah, exactly.
I have to see you in the lobby. light?
Anytime I'm traveling and the hotel has that situation, I'm like, you are making this so much more difficult for me. I have to go and like awkwardly meet them in the lobby, and all those fucking night dorm like
They know what's
desk people.
happening.
They
What's
know.
going on?
They know.
I literally, when I'm traveling in a hotel and I see that, I immediately roll my eyes. It's like before you
I
even
roll
get
my
to
eyes
the
for
room.
a different reason because I know I'm not going to have my hotel room key out in time for that. So I'm just like in full drag at like 2 a.m. Just like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Digging through my shit.
Oh, golly.
I probably look like a hooker at the end of the night.
Nope, because you don't look like a woman. So you okay? Illinois,
Yes.
Plainfield.
Plainfield, Illinois.
Go on.
I know.
that?
It's
in a
south-
field, pretty plain.
southwest suburbs of Chicago.
Oh,
It's like as far out as you can be and still be considered a Chicago suburb, basically. Melissa McCarthy, also from
Heard
there.
of her?
Maybe you heard of her?
Her cousin Jenny
The
McCarthy, also from there.
Wow.
Did you know that they were cousins?
No.
Yeah,
Oh, that
that's
makes me
real.
like her less.
No. Truly?
Truly related by blood.
So do you think Melissa will be on The Masked Singer?
I'm sure Jenny would guess it. That's my biggest pet peeve with that show is those fucking judges are useless and they think that we're because Jenny McCarthy is constantly like, I don't know, I think it could be Barack Obama under the mask. And it's like, that's not true, Jenny. You know that's not right.
I think the second episode of the first season, someone like guessed Lady Gaga, and I was
it's
like, you're wrong.
what do you
like,
think? Like, no one is stupid enough to believe that.
But then they get like really adjacent A celebrities. Like,
well, that
like,
Michelle
no.
Williams clip was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Did you see the Michelle Williams?
No.
Michelle Williams,
the
came
singer, not the actress.
Yeah, the
Well,
singer. Michelle Williams, the actress, is also a singer. Was in Cabaret.
Oh, sure. And
Oof.
And wasn't she in Chicago?
And no,
no, that was Renee
Renee
Zellweger.
that was
Zellweger.
Renee. And in The Greatest Showman.
That is a film I've never seen.
But I've seen every drag queen perform. This is me. Just arms up in a ball
Never
gown.
enough. But she came in, I want to say 4th on The Masked Singer, and she was unmasked. She was a bug of some sort, which is humiliating. And then she cried, and she was like,
bugaboo.
yeah, I did this show because I cannot get work. And it was like, listen, I know we have, in our community especially, done a lot of legwork to make Michelle Williams a joke. But at the end of the day,
She's done it too. She's done her fair amount of work as well.
But she is still a member of Destiny's Child. She is still, like, she should not be having trouble finding work.
The flip side
Here's
is
the problem.
she could be getting work at a different level.
That's true.
Because she is full lying, and she might not be making much money, but she must be making some Destiny's
She
Child
was
money
on Broadway
still.
for a bit. My thing is this is my theory, and
She
I
ain't got
don't
the range.
I don't want to be like I don't want to be hateful towards your evangelical listeners, your Christ believing listeners, but I think the pivot to Christianity was the wrong move for her.
yeah,
immediately
sure.
afterwards.
The problem was it
'Cause
wasn't a pivot; it was just a reveal. She
Right.
could
Well,
have just
that's
left
true.
that closet door closed.
But like they don't show. They did those. People were like not in that community, coming from that community myself, are not thirsty for Michelle Williams. I'm
No.
sorry, they're not. Even though when what is that? When Jesus say yes, is a bop. It's a bop,
honey.
And you
it's a
know what?
crossover bop.
And
Do you
she
know
got
what-
Beyonce on it.
Yeah,
and
she
Beyonce's part is kind of the worst part of the
I
song.
know.
Yeah, it's really.
But this is the thing, though. You get one. You get
Yes,
one call
right.
to Beyonce to feature.
And she wasted
and
it
she
on
wasted
that.
it on when Jesus say yes.
And
But
then
Beyonce
Beyonce
goes
said,
like,
you know
Super
what, I'll
Bowl? She
have
goes,
you at the
yeah,
Super
yeah,
Bowl.
yeah.
And she
Coachella?
was like, all you got to do is make sure that you don't
Yeah.
look like an idiot. And then she looks like an idiot. 'Cause she
Shot
didn't
her
learn
out of
the
the
dance.
But you get shot out of a ground cannon and see how you
See if you know
I don't
how
even
to
think they could handle the weight.
bend your knees when you land. She landed like
landed
a statue.
hard.
That
Just
little
boom.
They tried to cut away from it too, but you saw her
But
stumble.
it was still sad. It was sad to see her on The Masked Singer crying about not being able to
Yeah,
go to
of
work. I felt
course.
bad because
Oh my god.
I think she served her country for those years.
She was a survivor
yeah,
for a short period of time.
and she deserves more.
I
but-
feel like she was added to Destiny's Child. Wasn't there like an issue? Like
There was Latavia
had
and
to
Lativia
leave,
and-
and then her sister left, and then they just found her and brought her in.
Well,
so
they
she
didn't
wasn't
just find
actually
her.
singing
Was
on Jumpin'
She
Jumpin',
can sing
but she's not on Jumpin' Jumpin'.
No,
They
sh-
just threw her in the video, so her voice isn't in that song.
because they had pre-recorded a bunch
Yeah.
of the music. Obviously,
She's that girl who comes in the second act of Dreamgirls. What's her name?
Oh
Dina.
right.
yeah.
The one that replaces
Yeah.
Effie.
Yeah.
That's
And then we get the other drag queen song.
So
Yeah, I am telling you.
speaking of Jesus,
You were raised religious?
yes, very religious.
Like
I was
how-
gonna be a youth pastor at one point.
What?
Like truly, maybe
you didn't have the range. Though?
4 months before I came flying out of the closet, I was like, I'm going to go to Cedarville Bible College and become a youth pastor.
That's so. What? Why? Just because? it
Why
Why
was,
not
like, the
just
plan
the
that
pastor?
your parents had
You
for
wanted
you?
to be a youth
I
pastor.
thought like youth pastor was more fun and like performative, I guess, and like
Cool.
Like you get to wear jeans and like
you could have had
can go
like
on-
a
the
Madonna
music
mic.
is better, yeah. And it was like the more like rock star. I don't know why I wanted that. I was really, really into the church. I was like really involved in the church, and like I thought if I like immersed myself even further in the church, I wouldn't be gay anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I smelled Axe body spray on Esteban Vega in choir, and I was like, nope, I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay.
Do you
And
think
that
he
good
did like
old
the
green
full
kilo one?
spray?
Actually, I that's shady to Esteban because I actually don't think it was Axe because he's
Curve.
now he's like
Aqua di
he's
Gio?
like working in fashion now, and I think he was like pretty deep, like pretty into it in high school too. So I'm sure it was like an actual fragrance.
It was
of
probably
some
like
kind.
light blue.
Yeah, something.
All the gay scents.
He still got it in the mall, but I think it was like better. It was a step above
Better than
Axe, for sure, for sure.
And how,
Wait, what
what's-
age were you that you came out?
So
like
this is
18?
the other part of the backstory. So I was homeschooled until I was a junior in high school, kept at home, latchkey kid, and my only like social life was through the church, and I think that's probably like why I was like so deep in it, is because it was my only option. Begged from like the 3rd grade for my parents to send me to public school. All my siblings too.
How many siblings do you have?
An older brother, older sister.
And what's the adoption scenario?
I'm the only
Everyone?
one who's
You're
adopted.
the only one.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had 2 biological kids, and then they stopped having sex and moved to separate sides of the house. And I think wanted a 3rd kid anyways. And maybe I was supposed to rescue something, but it didn't work out. They are now back in the same room. We never discussed it as a family. My entire like for 20 some years, they slept truly on separate sides of our house. I never once growing up saw my mom hug or kiss my dad. They only fought. And we were not allowed to bring it up. Whenever I would be like, this is weird. Why is this going on? They'd be like, it's none of your goddamn business. And then, so that's like,
Oh my God.
yeah, weird. And then they sent me to this Christian therapist. I brought it up in the Christian therapist's office, and he was like, that's their life. We're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about you.
That's so insane. That's
Yeah.
so insane.
Yeah. But now I go home, they're back in the same room, and they like love each other again. And I'm
Have
like,
you
what the
ever
fuck happened?
now been like,
No, because we don't talk about anything. We like talk about like they didn't even know I was on a television show. So like
that
they
is wild.
and I love them, and I know that they love me. It's just like we're at an
different type of love.
impasse, and like we talk about like my niece and my nephew. We talk about like real stuff. Like they are interested in my house, like I talked to my dad about I'm gonna plant some tomatoes, and he was a farmer, so like we talk about that, and like that's our relationship. So I finally pushed them to send me to public school. Junior year, they sent me. Within a month of going to public school, tried weed, drank for the first time, sucked a dick for the first time.
Yeah.
The whole 9
You
yards.
sucked a high school dick?
I sucked so many high school.
Yes,
I had
that's
more.
how you do it.
I had more boyfriends in high school than I have had as a fully grown adult man. Thank you,
Chicago?
MySpace. Thank you, MySpace. No, the fucking suburbs, man.
Plainfield.
The fucking like high school theater. I worked at Cold Stone Creamery. I met a boyfriend there. The Cold Stone Creamery is like the Underground Railroad for gay teens. Like it is
You're
like
do you
where
want
they all
jazz
end up.
arms?
Yeah. You get to sing and serve dairy. Like what? And no, but I was like fully meeting guys on MySpace, like my age, and like would be driving towns over to like go on dates with them. I had like 3 or 4 boyfriends in high school.
That seems like well.
Do you say you're like going to like Bible study?
Well, I like before I came out, part of it was there was this one gay kid out at my school before me named Kevin, and I was friends with him. We never hooked up or anything like that, but and I would like write on my Zanga that I was like hanging out with my friend Kevin, and it was very clear that he was gay. And someone in my it was like
It was
Is it like live journal?
it was
but
like live
different.
journal. It was like post MySpace and like sort of bridge the gap. It is like actually, and I looked if you. A while ago, that doesn't exist anymore, but they let you download all your old posts. It was sort of the gap between like Facebook and like live journal, because we all no one was journaling. No one used it as like a blog platform. Everyone just used it. I was just like shading people at my high school. Like I would just like write entries and be like, those people know what they did. And then people in the people would comment and communicate via comments and be like, do you want to hang out tonight? And like, so it was like the early version of like a Facebook wall, basically.
Wow.
But anyways,
A Facebook wall.
I
love that
wrote
you
about
were
it in
a
my
shady little
Zanga.
bitch too.
Someone in my youth group narked on me to the church leaders, and
Joel's hanging out with Kevin.
they could smell the fucking cum in the water. They knew I was gay because I am who I am.
Right.
And so they called me into a meeting, and they're like, we don't think this is an appropriate person for you to hang out with, and until you stop hanging out with this person, you're not allowed to come back to youth group because we don't think it's a good influence. And I wasn't even out yet. Like I hadn't even admitted to I hadn't even told anyone or probably even really admitted to myself that I was gay yet. And I still was like, fuck that, I'm not coming back. So I never went back. And then like probably a couple weeks later, I came out of the closet tearfully to Kristen Roeder at 3B lunch.
Detail oriented.
Well, it's like, you never forget like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How did your parents take you coming out? Were
Well,
you their broken baby because they bought you and then you okay?
They were like,
They were
where's
looking,
the receipt?
where's the warranty?
I feel like
Where's
that
the
to
receipt,
I was
Tony?
adopted too, so I feel like that to my parents sometimes.
I mean, it's so funny because like people, that is like a question I get a lot. And like, I just feel like the adoption part of it is like played so little to do with it. But I was out at school for a full year before they found out. I talk about this in old stand up, but like they read my journal the beginning of my senior year, and it talked about all those dicks I was sucking and like all those boyfriends I was having and all the weed I was smoking, and it was not good. It was like fully nuclear on both sides, and I ended up moving out a couple weeks after that, and then like couch hopping, car living, and then living with I had a choir class with one girl, this bitch named Sarah Casey. She was like, there were no like my school was really, really big. It was like, so there wasn't like a clique. It wasn't like Mean Girl style where there was like one popular group.
Right.
But she was like a jock, homecoming queen, sort of that vibe. And like, I was like theater kid, like that vibe. And, everybody knew that I was having problems, and she said one time, she was like, if you need a place to stay for a night, you can come and stay with me and my family. And she was just saying it to be nice, showed up at her house. I was like, hey, remember when you said that thing? And she was like, fuck. And her parents were like, you can't just invite strange boys to come and stay at our house. But they let me stay the night. I spent that night like chatting with her mom. Like every little gay teen, I think one's like gay power is chatting with moms.
Yes.
Like that is it.
Parents love
and the next day they were like, hey, come back for dinner before you leave. Long story short, spent the rest of my senior year there. They bought me a car for graduation. They co-signed on my student loans. She's still my best friend to this very day. Spend every holidays with them. And they're great people. And twist, he is the Methodist pastor in our town, and very progressive.
But Methodists are progressive.
Yeah, they. I mean, the whole reason there's a. I mean, if you're not following the Methodist news, but there's a schism in the church. They're like.
It's like a huge thing about gay marriage, right?
Because the Methodist, the United Methodist Church,
I don't think so.
is a global church,
Right?
And so they come together and they vote on certain things. And unfortunately, because it's a global church, like most of the United Methodist churches in the U.S. are like, let's ordain gay people, let's do gay marriages. But there's some global branches of the church that are a little bit more conservative and are sort of holding them back. And the gay thing was the thing that they were like, okay, I think we need to split. And so that's why the split basically happened, is so that U.S. churches can ordain gay people and can affirm gay people.
We're Methodists.
I know,
My
and her-
parents to go to a Methodist church. I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
And your mom goes to a gay bar and goes, "Do you know Meatball? Do you know who Meatball is?" And everyone
My
says,
mom walked around a gay
No.
bar in Houston, and of course, nobody who's at a gay bar in Houston on a Monday night is gonna know who the fuck I am.
That's not. I
She
actually.
was so disappointed when she was like, "I was showing them your Facebook."
I think deep drag fans, not just Drag Race fans, but people who are drag fans, would know who people like you or people who
Well,
are
everyone's about to know who the fuck.
I
it
know,
is.
yeah. I mean, the world is about to know.
What if I just started naming all of them?
"Stop!
But no, I think it's like
Makes
No.
top 4.
Stop!" Now we
no.
have to
And
cut
honestly,
that
I
shit
think
out.
it separates because the thing is the same in comedy. Like people are like, "Oh, do you know Amy Schumer?" Like, yeah, no, fuck.
Yeah.
Of course you do. No, but a lot of
I
people
forgot about her.
But it's the difference between Amy Schumer is Alaska, and then you and me are people who if you follow comedy and you're on the up and up, you probably would.
But I
know.
think a lot more people probably know who you are now because you're doing the NBC show.
Well, let's talk about all the TV shows
talk
you're
about
on.
TV.
No. Let's keep talking about gays.
this is why we wanted you here, because you're on television.
Sunnyside
Yeah.
on NBC, or
Which is
on
On
Hulu.
Hulu?
on Hulu, yes, soft canceled from network TV. And
I don't think
put
that
on,
matters
on Hulu.
anymore because
no, it really
everyone
doesn't.
watches
Yeah.
stuff online.
People who watch the show would come up to me and be like, "Oh, I love that. I watch your show on Hulu," and thought it was a Hulu show because they don't distinguish when they're watching shit on Hulu. Most people don't distinguish where it's coming from.
Exactly.
So it wasn't a huge thing. It's shitty, but not really that. It didn't affect my paycheck, So
And were you all, because how many, you did a full season or there's more coming?
we did a full season. We don't know if we're coming back because that's the thing. We'll either come back. There's no way they're going to put us back on network TV.
Right.
Hulu might pick us up for a second season, or Peacock, the NBC streaming service that's coming up, might pick us up. I don't know what's going to happen. They technically could keep us in the dark about that until May, contractually, which who knows? I don't know, but I'm sort of moving forward with my life and career and not really worrying about it.
And so there's a bunch more episodes coming out, right?
No.
Oh, so it was 10 episodes?
All the because of the way NBC did it, they did half season orders for every show.
Got it.
Every show except for I think maybe Superstore is the only one that got a full season.
People love Superstore.
People love
Superstore's been on forever.
6 seasons,
Yeah.
4 or
something
5,
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely past the syndication mark, so
Right.
those people are rich for life.
Right.
But yeah, Will and Grace got half season, Brooklyn Nine-Nine half season. So it's Superstore is the only thing that bridges, I think.
They're
between the
really,
two.
all those networks are just everyone's trying to figure it out.
Everyone's
It's
trying
all
to figure
wild,
out.
Wild West.
CBS is the only major network that's doing the full 24 episode orders that we grew up with.
And all those
basically.
people are sitting at home watching it on their
Yeah,
TVs.
Yeah, man. Those
so
shows. Say what
weird.
you will about any of those shows that we in LA or New York or wherever or major cities have never seen an episode of Big Bang Theory. Those shows, man, are the only shows that people are still watching on TV.
Right.
And they pull in huge numbers
Or
of money.
Jag.
Yeah,
Or CSI.
There's 5 CSIs. One of them is ending soon, and it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And it's
Law and Order SVU is on its 21st.
yeah, it's
season.
Is
Law and Order
Mariska-
surpassed ER as the longest running
Isn't
network
Mariska
drama.
Hargitay the richest woman on television?
She gotta
Yes.
be.
I mean,
She
aside
gotta
from
be.
Oprah.
has to be.
Yeah. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I too have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy, and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
Okay, something about me. I love shopping. If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop, 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 shop. And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly. Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today. We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Okay, so you're also
And
in the
she smells
Hulu
like money.
family. You're on Shrill.
Shrill, yeah.
I love
and
that.
you play. We just talked about John Cameron
Yeah,
Mitchell.
we were just talking about him.
You
in
play
Hedwig.
his boyfriend.
His husband.
His husband,
Yes,
sorry. His very
please-
down to
please
earth,
respect.
very humble
Yeah.
husband, artist husband.
Yeah.
That must have been fun.
I thought A.D. Bryant wrote that show. And
She was in the writer's room
Okay.
for that show. She had a big hand in it. I mean, she's not. I think like
I always
nobody gets to like they're always gonna put like a seasoned writer with someone like that because they're like, there's a lot of money going into it. But it's a lot of it is from between her and Lindy and Allie, the showrunner. Like it was a big collab, and the rest of the writers' room. But like a lot of it does come from 80s life, and she is an EP on that show. And let me tell you, it is not a vanity credit. Like she is like in her like phone, like running, like doing producing duties, and like. I have never seen someone work harder on a show.
I love that.
And be stretched. Like she just is. That is her baby.
I'm so curious about like how the crediting works, because you also wrote on or you are a writer on Big Mouth, but you're also credited as a producer.
Yeah, that's like a more so like a union like pay grade sort of thing,
because there are people who are just credited as writers.
Yeah,
but you've been on the show for
it's like it's like because of my seniority. It's also because of like my past writing credits. Like it's just something I honestly, it does not affect anything but my paycheck, and it's more so something that like my agents and the producers like haggle about,
right.
Like because like the WGA rules, like if you are credited as X, like you have to get paid this minimum, or if you're a story editor, you have to, it's like like technical. It's less about like my creative input. Like I'm there less than most of the other writers, and so like it doesn't really change anything. I don't have any power in the room,
right,
by any means. It's just like sort of contractual stuff.
And I feel like, I mean, it's been sort of, how long have you lived in LA?
2 years.
Well, Jesus fucking Christ.
So this has all
Kill
happened.
yourself.
I mean, did you move here because you got these jobs?
I moved here to write on the other two, and
Right.
I was planning on going back to New York. So I've been coming back and forth between for work,
stand up and acting,
and and writing, and like I would do short stints in rooms while I was still living in New York for pre-Trump. That's how I delineate
pre-war
delineate time now. But it just basically, when I came out here for the other two, I was like, I finally had friends, because that's the thing about LA is like when I first started coming out here for work, I was miserable. I would like, LA is not like a super social city like
right.
New York is, or even Chicago is, and like I would just like, and if you don't know the spots to go to, you're going to Chipotle every day. Like it's just like you gotta really know like where to go, and it took me years to build a friends out here and know the spots to go, so I wasn't going to Chipotle every day. And then like by the time I came out here to write for the other two, I was like, I'm going to be going back and forth so much anyways. The quality of living out here is, it's so much easier to live here,
right?
When you know all that stuff, than it is in New York. And I love New York. New York is the greatest city in the world, but it's so fucking
that's two against one at this table
of living there. Like the just the daily
it was awful.
Well, and the other thing
I had
is
a great time.
I lived there for almost 6 years, and at a certain point, you end up going to the same 6 places anyways.
Yes.
You're not taking advantage of living there.
Right.
And now when I go back for like a week or two to work, I'm like, oh, I should see a show, or oh, I should do this thing. Like I feel like I take advantage of the things that New York has to offer way more now that I'm like going back to visit and like Kiki and see friends and stuff like that.
I really wasted. I get kind of upset when I think about it, because I was there for 6 years and I really wasted a lot of the time there just like hanging out at home or going to the like therapy and the same fucking gay bars every weekend.
That one pizza shop to get a meatball sub.
Nino's Pizza. It's now a Starbucks.
Your other favorite place. Wait,
so you're doing a lot of talk show. Oh, what were you going to say?
I was going to ask
I have a very specific question.
Okay.
What's the worst story that okay, well, you were on Seth Meyers.
Uh-huh.
What does Kelly Clarkson smell like?
Okay. Here's the tea on Kelly. Amazing.
I know. I
came filthy mouth. Just like fuck. I think like that's probably I don't think she'd care that I said it. But she like came to visit me in my dressing room beforehand, and she's like, I'm sorry, I'm so fucking late right now, like they're gonna fucking kill me because I need to get the fuck back into makeup, like blah. And I was like, oh, okay,
I love that.
I do. She was so down to, and this is the other thing that I was like, okay, you're a real ass bitch, because the way she spoke to me, the way she spoke to the producers, the way she spoke to her makeup people, the way she spoke to Jennifer Hudson, exactly the same. There was she was not like changing her manner to speak to any. It was like everybody was the same level for her. She is just like there. Yeah. And here's the thing, like,
not as good as singing as she is.
The like my hair and makeup person was used to work with her entire crew that works on the Kelly Clarkson show, and they all before working on Kelly, that entire crew worked for Steve Harvey.
Oh Lord.
And they just like
Oh right, because didn't her show take that spot? Right.
and my hair and makeup person was like talking to her old friends, and she was like, they are all so happy. They're just like a breath of fresh. And then my other favorite thing is Kelly gives everyone a unique quote unquote gift. Like she picks something to give every guest, and the unique gift that I got was a record, a vinyl of Christina Aguilera's OG album.
Oh my God!
It's the only album, it's the only record or piece of vinyl that I own, and it's so funny. It's just like sitting in my living room, like
You're like, I'll
It
stream
would be
it.
better if she signed it.
I know. And it's so funny that it's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy like a super expensive record player and never buy another one. Just have Christina
You're like,
Aguilera's
Kelly
OG
gave it to
album.
me.
Yeah.
And what's the worst thing you've heard about Ellen?
I mean, she's a terror, a nightmare to work for. It's just so mean. I heard she got a waitress fired because her manicure was bad. That's the worst thing I've heard about.
Jesus.
I heard
I've
she
some
actually
nightmare
hates dancing. Like hates it.
That tracks.
stuff. Yeah.
That absolutely tracks.
But has to do it because of her show.
I heard that she bought a guest a car to prevent them from doing another daytime talk show.
Is that the one when she bought Tiffany a car, but Tiffany didn't get it?
No, I don't think it was that one. Did she buy Tiffany a car?
On air, and then Tiffany like very publicly was like, "Where's the car? You told me I
Tiffany-
could Haddish."
Oh,
Haddish.
Haddish, yeah.
He like bought her, or she bought him a car. Okay, my
What is
gender.
wrong with
I'm
you?
having a stroke. They're both women. I'm having a stroke. Wait, I want to talk to you about the other two. You guys already did they shoot the second season? Is it coming back?
I wasn't involved in the second season.
Oh, you weren't?
It is
Oh,
coming
okay.
back, but
Ellen.
that process started.
Ellen got you fired from the
No, I'm not I was not involved in the second season
Okay.
because I was doing Sunnyside. It sort of like coincided when
Got
I started
it. Yeah.
that whole process, so I wasn't able to go back. I was asked though. I was asked to come back.
We got it.
I was asked
We
to
know!
That didn't trigger your like hair dye scenario and spiral on the internet.
Why do the gays love to bleach their hair when they're
Listen,
I've
this
done
is not,
it.
this is
I've
not
done it.
bleached. I like begged her. I was like, please, not platinum. It's not the message I want to send. I gotta say though, gay people in general, because I had a very distinctive haircut before. That people very publicly hated and were felt very comfortable strangers telling me to my face who liked me. People who came to my shows and at meet and greets would say, or I was at World Pride. People would come up to me at Horse Meat Fucking Disco, be like, "Oh my God, I love your work. You're so funny. Why do you have this hair?" And like would say, literally, I cannot tell you how many times I would say that. Or on Instagram, people would comment and be like, "You're so hot, cut your hair."
Can you describe it? What was it? Your hair?
It was a Caesar. Basically, it was an edgier,
Yeah.
like sort of like modern take on a Caesar that
a modern take
yeah.
on a season.
And then
Which
I
are
did.
very popular right now.
Yeah,
So don't-
I had it for 2 years, and that's part of why I cut it because I started seeing it, and I was like, it's time to move on. It's time to
I'm
move
past
on.
that. You
And
developed it?
Yes, I did steal it from an ASOS model. I brought it in. I literally found the ASOS model on Instagram, found like one of those new haircut posts, found his barber, and literally came in and was like, "Give me that same haircut."
Wow. I remember the first time I ever got that, like, I guess it's a Caesar, but the like short,
Just a
straight
blunt
across.
bang,
Yeah.
a turf bang.
I was
as
like,
some
I
people
want
refer to it.
what George Clooney had on ER. That's what I called it.
Oh,
That's what I remember. That, 'cause he had
kicked,
a Caesar.
he kicked off that
Yeah.
Caesar era, I
Yeah.
think, as well.
I could never have any fun haircuts. It's all just
You've
curly.
had fun haircuts.
Name one.
Didn't you dye your hair like turquoise one
I
time?
did dye it blue, but I was going through something.
That's what we do.
It's what we do as gays.
Yeah,
It's a
what
part
we
of the
do.
family.
But I did this. I did a show. I had shows in San Francisco. Was doing a meet and greet. 2 people felt beholden to be like, "Love this show. You're so funny. Why did you do this to your hair?" And it's like, get out of here.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, I feel like you maybe get this less because people are commenting on
Wigs.
like things that you have just put on to yourself, like
Yeah.
the way you painted your face or your wigs or whatever. But like that happens to me all the time where they go
Yeah,
like,
it's more personal.
it's
for you.
great, but why don't you blah about your physical appearance? And you're like, okay,
This is not what this is. Like,
this is
get
not
your
what
picture
this
and
is.
move along.
Yes,
Like-
move along, Clarence. Wait, I want to talk about Billy Eichner.
Uh-huh.
So when
love
you
that
worked
guy.
with him on that show,
First person to ever hire me. for like a real TV
Was
job.
it for the True TV show or when he was doing the YouTube stuff? prior?
It was for the True TV. I started working on, I think it was the last season that he was on TV.
Oh, okay.
And then I've worked in, he's been doing some of those like one-off YouTube ones, and he usually like convenes a room of like former writers, whoever's around, and I've been in a couple of those as well.
That's cool.
And he's great.
Yeah.
No like realty to give.
No, not about a
unfortunately.
tea. I'm just curious, like, because like he to me is such an example of like, what century are we in? 21st century?
Yeah.
21st.
It's like he really developed that like
the way you just
21st
talked down to him.
century. Me, I know, I'm very dumb. No, Joe.
21st.
Joe's
century.
very
21st.
smart. If you can't tell.
Because I know what century we're in.
No, I want to give you the compliment that you are articulate.
Thank
because you a lot of people say that and they just mean like, oh, I thought you were dumb. But you're actually, I saw you do, I think, like an hour at UCB like a few months ago.
Right, yeah.
And you like the amount of language that you're able to not only cram into a sentence but a full hour without it feeling exhausting. I was like, he really has a grasp on language and how he like form, and even just the way you put sentences together could be, very funny.
Thank you.
And that's, that is like, that's unique to the way you do comedy, which is, other people are pulling voices or characters or doing whatever, and your shtick is like very smart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually I really appreciate that, and I especially appreciate that coming from you, because you're someone I've admired for a long time. Literally before I started doing comedy, I remember seeing you at Salon-a-thon and shit, and being like,
In Chicago.
In Chicago.
Salon-a-thon. Everyone
Yeah.
talks about it.
Yeah.
And,
You would have hated it
Probably.
Really? He would have hated it?
completely.
I love
Because it
What
was
about it?
performing for free.
that's true.
It was art.
That's so Chicago.
It was artistic expression.
Why do you think
There were no
would've-
chairs.
If it was back then, I wouldn't have had a problem with it because and I've stated it before, worked for free for 2 years.
Yeah, we
in
all
drag.
did. Yeah.
So I would have loved it.
Yeah.
I would have been happy to have been invited.
Yeah, I guess.
You know him better than
what
I do.
you think about
I
me.
don't know.
I
but-
think that you're a fucking diva. I think you're like a prissy bitch.
and this was
Really?
not.
How so?
Because you call me and you go, can you call the club and let them know that I don't want to go out the back door tonight because they told me that they was going to have to talk to 3 people out there and I don't want to do that?
Listen, if I don't want to talk to people, I don't want to talk to them. I'm not paid to talk to them.
You just asked me to email someone so you didn't have to?
Yes.
But then you book gigs around me so I don't get my cut and then I have to email them? You know I manage her?
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's a light touch management.
Yeah, because a lot of times it's just like me yelling at people.
Yeah, and I go like, I'll get on the phone
I'll
with
finesse
them.
this. Yeah.
And this is my excuse. I'm always like, she just doesn't. She's not really good on email, so that's why I do it.
I am bad at email.
Oh my god.
I'm like a grandma when it comes to the internet. Anyway, so you have a podcast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
so
had a
let's
couple.
let's talk about your couple because
Let's talk
currently
about-
you do have a
Yes,
podcast.
I have
Urgent
a
Care.
podcast called Urgent Care with Mitra Johari, who's a comedian friend of mine, and it's a call and advice show. Very chill and very, most importantly, and something I can record every couple of weeks and
You can
bank a
backlog
lot
it,
of
yeah.
episodes. Which after my first foray into podcasting, I realized how important that was for someone who travels every weekend, basically.
I was just having this conversation because I produce Race Chaser, and we have somehow
I don't know how you guys
never missed a week. I mean, a few months ago, Alaska Skyped in at 2 a.m. from her hotel room in Antwerp.
Wow.
And we talked about an episode of UK, Drag Race UK, that had just aired the day before in order to record. Like, somehow we have made it happen. But I the weekly thing is a real challenge.
The weekly thing is a real fucking challenge. I think too, and I will say the HeadGum was a really great home for it, but they also they really wanted us to be in studio, and so it was always a little difficult to do Skype in
Right.
sort of situations, and I don't know why Nicole and I thought we could do it. I really don't. We talked about it, we had been talking about it, and when I moved to LA, Nicole was my Drag Race friend. I would
Right.
go over to her house and watch.
So
Drag
just
Race.
to catch everyone up, if you're listening, we're referring to, it was season 11.
No,
it was
it was All Stars
4.
4. Yeah,
And you and Nicole
What the
were
Tuck.
meant to do What the Tuck, a weekly recap
Yes,
show.
a weekly recap show.
Of
where-
a show that was airing at the time.
yes,
Right.
every Thursday night, and
Right.
they wanted us to record. They wanted to release it on Fridays, basically.
But But that didn't happen.
can't
No,
happen.
that never happened.
Right.
Are you, like at best
Nicole
we get it.
barely made it to the podcast.
Yeah, at best we
Neither
get
of
it out
them.
on Sunday. Like
Right.
at best.
And I remember there were like a couple episodes where it was like Mono and Matt Rogers.
Yeah,
it was
I
just
mean-
like neither of the
Neither of the hosts could make it this week. There were episodes where I wasn't there, Nicole was. There were, I think we together recorded maybe 4 together in the same room.
But I
recorded,
feel
4.
like that kind of turned into the shtick of
Yeah,
the show,
it was.
which
yeah.
was
There
sort
were a
of
couple
hilarious.
of shticks of the show, and every single one of them infuriated the Drag Race base. Every single one.
Isn't it wild how motivated that fan base is?
That was the other thing where I was like, we did not anticipate how psychotic
Yep.
some of the base could be.
Yeah.
Like, just like, because the thing is, it's like I've seen every season of the show, love the show, and like, you know, I'm on the Reddit, you know, but like, I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of
That's what they
every
want.
Snatch game, and that is what some people want, and that's what some people have. And Nicole and I sort of approached it as like, we're 2 fans, like we like the show. Neither of us have any connection to drag, except, you know, Nicole's been on the show,
Right.
and like it really was like getting slammed every week for like misremembering like who's won Snatch game in season, you know, like
They're like,
2.
didn't you know Sharon sat in the first
Yeah,
chair?
yeah, yeah.
And you're like, whoa.
I get it. You know,
Yeah.
there was a lot of factual inaccuracies on the show, but the thing that they hated the most was our bit that
Oh,
started.
right.
That started literally. Nicole and I had 15 minutes of free time where we both had to rush to the HeadGum studio. They're like, "We need you to record a commercial for your show," before we had even recorded the first episode.
Yes.
And we got on the mic, and I was like, "We are the first and only Drag Race podcast," because we had just had this discussion where we were trying to name the show,
Right.
and we kept looking through, and we were like, "Oh my god, there are."
So
Many Drag Race podcasts. Like anybody can make one these days, and many people have.
Right.
And we just thought it was stupid and funny to just like lie. Like both Nicole and I find lying very funny.
Yes.
And we thought it was clear that it was a lie because it's like saying the sky
and you're
is green.
comedians.
We're comedians, and we
But
thought
Drag
that
Race fans do not have a sense of humor about it.
Period.
not about Drag Race certainly. And it was like we thought that by saying that especially because Race Chaser was out,
Yeah.
and we both are fans of that podcast. We were like, oh, this is like such a clear lie that it could never be. It's like lying about like the sky color,
Right.
You know, it's like, yeah, no, everyone will know and read this as a joke. And so we said we are the first and only Drag Race podcast. It has never been done before, has never been attempted, and here we are. And that people were so mad,
angry.
snitch tagging Willem and Alaska
That was
constantly,
Rude.
as though Alaska and Willem like
Cared.
didn't like they knew who we were, like we had like like it was so funny to me.
And then we had you guys come out to the
Yeah,
live show.
yeah. You guys came on our podcast.
Yes.
Like it was so clearly like, and I think you guys even talked about it before,
Yeah.
like on your show. I
Yeah.
remember that episode, and it's just like funny that people like really didn't.
And they were trying to further the joke on our
Yes,
show.
yeah.
They were like, these people are psychotic. They, you know, whatever. That is so funny.
It's so funny.
The podcasting world. Okay, so
People get
we
so
are
jealous of a
going
dumb
to take a quick break,
Oh yeah,
and then we'll be right.
black. We're back.
And it's
Do you know
time-
Wicked? Do you know Wicked?
Oh, of course.
know that riff?
I still remember that purple CD that was burned in black Sharpie. It said "Wicked" on top. Kevin Gamelay gave it to me, the first gay kid in my high school, to bring it all back.
Shout out, Kevin.
Kevin,
Yeah.
thank you.
Really opened that door for me.
Okay, up next is our segment, which we call
Food break.
And I brought.
I'm so excited for this because I'm so fucking hungry.
Oh. See, I was like, I've heard you talk about.
Not eating.
Yeah, and hating to eat food.
No. You take it, Ann. I would never.
I heard you talk about. Okay, so you
Don't like eating food on camera.
famously blend up all your food
Yeah.
and add water and drink it down.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gross.
Okay. Like a steak?
No, chicken breasts usually. Just like 2 chicken breasts and like,
Water?
a couple cups of water. Blend, and then you can eat 2 chicken breasts in like less than a minute. It's amazing.
And the reason you do this is because you don't like eating.
I have a hard time. I have a hard time eating the amount that I need to eat in order to not, because I want, my body naturally wants to be a very, very skinny Asian twink,
right,
that you see in the films,
right,
and
that you find on ASOS,
yeah.
you find their their barber.
I can understand that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
like need to bulk up or whatever.
Right. And it's just the amount. If like I could, and the other part of it is like getting the amount of food that's like good food too. That's like is just like chicken breast, because like I could eat Del Taco every day if I just was concerned about like hitting a certain mark, and I do. If I'm traveling and I like know that I'm not eating, like I'm under, I'll just like say fuck it and go.
What is your? It's a
Taco.
calorie count that you try to hit.
It's a calorie count, and then if like that's the first thing, and then if I have control over everything, it's calorie, and then like protein is the second thing, and yeah, that's basically it.
Sorry, we didn't mean to bring up your food issue.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's like the one thing in my life I can control. So
Yeah.
I like it's something
I think
that
my
I
issue
enjoy.
with food is that it brings me so much joy.
Me too.
Well, that's the thing, is that I don't. For me, it's very like utilitarian.
Yeah, it's like my boyfriend does not eat unless he like absolutely has
Yeah.
to. Like he doesn't care to be like, this is delicious.
You
He'll
see
just,
how
like,
he
I
was
like
able
eating
to brag
socially,
about having a boyfriend?
Yeah, I got it, man. Because I got it.
I love to go out to
socially.
dinner with friends.
Tapas.
Like I love that.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
gets a
love
little
like a
bit.
good meal like that. But like if I'm at home alone, I'm like, I wish I could just like get this over with.
Yeah.
And,
You're like Geri,
because I also
order
can't
Postmates.
cook. Yeah. So
What's the snack?
Well, I was at the grocery store last night and I saw this and I'd never eaten it before.
a dragon fruit.
So I brought a dragon fruit. And
I've
then
never had one. I don't think.
Really?
I've seen it on like Top Chef.
Yeah. So I brought a knife.
Oh God.
From an IKEA knife. Love yourself. Get some good cutlery.
Well, this was the cutlery I was willing to put into a bag.
All right.
And you've brought. Okay, you did bring more than one spoon.
They're sporks,
they're
first of all.
sporks.
And if depending on
This makes me think of Taco Bell, like beans
Yeah.
and cheese.
these
Oh my
are
God.
from Taco Bell.
Oh God, I love it.
The sporks are from Taco Bell.
I wish their meat wasn't horse meat.
So
but
is it really?
that was the big thing a couple years
was
ago.
like-
How you're so poised to eat.
I know
You've
he's
already
like holding it.
taken this
He's like extended a pinky. He's ready.
So-
Are you gonna cut this?
Yeah, I googled how to do it, and
You
it says to
Googled.
cut it in half. And
And then
then, of course, oh no. Okay.
Is it supposed to be that color? I thought it was white.
I thought they
The
were
white
white.
ones are from Asia, and
Me
the red
when I
ones
get
are.
catfished. JK.
And the red ones are from South America.
Okay.
So this isn't a racist treat.
Right, because then I
No,
googled
I
how
pre-
to eat it, and they
I
were like,
prefer South American.
they were like,
You know.
you can find.
Esteban Vega, are you out there?
They were like, you can find dragon fruit at any Asian market, and I immediately was like, oh, that's the snack I brought for Joel. Like, that's so fucked up. And then they were like, the red ones are from South America.
Okay, good.
So everything in
How much was it?
I don't know, $3, $4. I got it.
You know,
at
a mango at Gelson's is $7.
I got it at a Vons.
$7.98 or something like that.
So the idea is everything on the inside is fully edible.
Oh, I love this.
Really?
It's like,
It has no flavor,
well, it's acidic. It's like a little bit of like a kiwi but less sweet.
but like no flavor. It's got the seeds.
It actually tastes a little bit more like a vegetable.
Yeah.
Like almost
a
like a root
root.
vegetable. Yeah.
Okay, so
I actually think if you put a little bit of like honey or like sugar on this would be delightful.
they also mentioned online that the more like wilted and brown these little green guys are, the riper it is, which would mean it would be sweeter on the inside.
These feel pretty wilted.
This is a
Not brown though.
This is what this segment is for.
this is a soft potato.
Describe.
I do not find it to have any flavor.
I agree. I don't find it very flavorful.
It sort of tastes like a radish almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a less peppery. Like if a radish was like had a hint of sweetness.
Yeah.
But I feel like the white ones might be sweeter.
I know for a fact that the white ones have like actual flavor. Not on
You
your
are
sweater.
playing with danger.
Oh
I really-
no!
Listen, I knew when I bought this
Here.
white sweatshirt that it was over.
All of my
Damn.
shirts have stains on them.
That's because you're a big old
Yeah,
fat.
and I'm bad at.
Should we get
actually,
you some?
Yeah.
no sparkling
Well,
water.
I'm out, so we
Yeah.
gotta go get another.
It's fine. I don't really care.
You want to do a Clorox wipe?
Ooh, maybe.
Here, I'll just get another sparkling.
Oh yeah,
water
and there's a little on your
on the tie. Ooh, you really
Wow.
fucked
Oh,
up.
and this is an,
Podcasting famously a visual medium.
here's an unrelated stain.
Yeah, I know. It's already over. You think I dressed up for you, People?
For you, Fleeple, we were rewatching season 4 with Willem on Race Chaser right now,
Yes.
and I'm remembering so many things that to me stand out as like really memorable quotes, and one of them is when Dita and Willem are in Untucked, and Willem just goes, "Was that stain on your top when you walked on the runway?" Like so shady. And as we're rewatching it, he's really saying he's going like, I was such a dick. I was really just trying to make good
Did he
TV.
not realize that?
No, he says that he was trying to make good TV.
Yeah.
And not
And
be-
he was. Willem
was
is one of
making
the most
great
memorable
TV.
characters from that season.
I know.
I really like Willem in hindsight more than I think I liked him while I was watching that season.
I was a huge fan of Willem during that season.
I love everything, like all his post stuff, and like when I rewatched it, liked it a lot. But I also had like a weird late coming relationship to the show, and I think it might have been more exciting to watch that season had I watched it when it was airing, because the first TV time I ever did stand up on TV was for Bianca Del Rio's Comedy Cabaret in Gay Ski Week Aspen. It was on Logo.
Oh,
right.
I remember that.
And I opened for her, and they showed like 4 minutes of my clip, and before I went, I was like dating this guy, and I was like, I'm opening for this drag queen Bianca Del Rio, and I had like known about Drag Race. It had obviously been in like the ether of like my gay world, but I just like, I don't know, like in Chicago I was super poor, didn't have a TV. It was like back then it was impossible to try and find
you
it
couldn't
online.
find it anywhere. You had to go to the bar.
Yeah, and like so I wasn't like in it, and like. But he was like, "Oh, we have to watch it." So I binged before I got there because I knew I was meeting Bianca. Binged all of season 6 so that I could like at least know who I was like this big celebrity was.
The worst
And then
season.
and then
6 was a great season.
I think your first season, you always remember it really much more rosy, because I actually remember crying when Trinity K. Bonet excelled at the stand-up challenge, and I was like, "Well, I'm in because this narrative has hooked me."
They are good story editors over there. They know how to manipulate.
Then I went back and I did 4, 5, 7, 8 aired, and then I did 1, 2, 3. Oh no, actually, I just did one recently. I did 2, 3 because they buried one before.
Yeah, they didn't want
it was
one to
only
show.
until BB came back that they were like, "Okay, we should let the world see this."
One is wild, and up until like a week before one, or maybe 2 weeks before they started filming one, the concept was a drag queen and her best
assistant.
Judy.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was supposed to be you were going
It
in
was
as
a team.
and then the drag queen would walk the runway.
But it would be a team.
It was a team effort to make the challenges happen. And then they cut that.
Huh?
Because
Yeah.
up until most of the girls like had a best friend ready to go with them.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. I guess it makes sense because Rue is like.
Well, and that whole thing is a proof of concept. I mean, like,
Yeah.
they basically got the go-ahead to shoot 10 episodes, but then they were trying to figure out how to make it the best thing to then come back for a second season.
Yeah.
And, like, all that fucking tea, like, Angina left to go to court. She had to go to court for something.
She's back. She's coming back, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. We all, like, in terms of Reddit, we know she's coming back. But
Oh,
like,
I'm happy then.
I
am
have to
too.
continue to say I think so.
okay.
Oh, because you're associated with.
With something in which we can't give spoilers.
Right.
Does Shea Coulee win?
No, I don't want to hear anything. Wait, I went to high school with Shay.
Really?
Yeah, we're friends.
I love Shea. They're friends.
Shay and I were in a production of Little Shop of Horrors
Little
where
shop.
I played Seymour and Shay was the voice of Audrey too. Isn't that funny?
I could see that.
Did you see
got
the
the
one they
teeth
did
for
up
it,
here?
too.
Were you in
I
town?
did.
Yeah, I
I did.
saw it too.
I thought MJ was far better than she needed to be, and I expected her to be. I thought it was a little miscast otherwise.
I agree. Like, it was like, I felt like they were going for a concept. They went for a concept, but then it was sort of like I still didn't quite get what the concept
Yeah,
was.
I hated the puppetry too.
Oh yeah, it was like a really stylized puppet. You're sort of like, just do the thing that.
Yeah, but this is the one thing I ask. The one thing I ask: have Audrey 2's mouth move when it talks, and it didn't do it.
Was Amber Riley there?
Yes.
Okay.
The girl was backstage on a God mic and came out in the end in sweats to do the curtain call, and I was like, respect.
She did not bow when I was there, which makes me think that it was a recording.
Well, I also saw a preview, so she might have dipped after once
a couple
it opened.
weeks.
Yeah, like once it opened, she might have dipped.
Because it's possible that it could just be a recording, right?
Yeah, I guess, but it's less fun. I mean, this is the other thing about that production is that like it really makes you realize how few songs Audrey 2 has, because the whole time you're like, oh, you have the best singer in this entire cast
waiting
only has 2 songs.
Right.
Like you know, like, you don't realize it.
I'm
and then
very
you're like,
confused.
oh.
The puppet didn't speak?
No,
the
she
puppet
like moves her head.
It's like it just wasn't a puppet, a plant puppet that had like lips. So it was just sort of a disembodied voice, and the puppet would sort of like shake when it was talking. No. And I was like, absolutely not.
You know what I like is the one that Vicky Vox did over in the UK, where she was Aubrey O'Day.
She was Aubrey O'Day.
She was Aubrey O'Day in this musical.
Very
but
damaged.
She was the
on stage.
Yeah, she was on
yes,
stage
yes.
in full drag, and then she would slowly grow and get
I
bigger
saw
and
pictures
bigger.
from it, and it looked incredible.
Yeah, and I was like, why wouldn't you do that if you have Amber Riley there?
Well, maybe because she couldn't do the whole thing, and
Oh,
she had
right.
to do a recording.
Michelle Williams is available.
Okay.
And she also has a very deep voice. When Jesus Say Yes.
When Pasadena calls, you can't say no. All right. It's time for our final segment, which is called
Fuck Talk!
Yes.
in which we talk about a fuck story.
Okay.
And I have sort of a specific line of questioning for
Okay.
you.
I love this.
That relates to a fuck story that I will tell.
Okay.
Less connected than I think you just jumped to the conclusion.
Did y'all fuck?
No.
Okay.
I was recently at it's not a bathhouse, a sex club. I was recently at a sex club.
Okay. Which one?
I'm not gonna say.
Was it in LA?
No.
Is it by an airport?
No.
Okay.
I know that one. In LA by an airport?
Yeah.
And so I was there. I was there for a few hours. I was sort of making my rounds, sucked a couple dicks, and I was talking to, but I sort of cruised this guy. I was watching him like fuck someone, and then I walked away, and he came over and sort of like presented his ass to me, and we started making out, whatever. And then I started fucking him. We were like in the corner of this room. This guy came over to me and started watching us, and he was really hot, and he sort of got close. And then I started making out with him while I was fucking this other guy.
Yeah, familiar with that scenario.
Okay. Yeah. And then some other people sort of descended on the guy that I was making out with, and then they started, and sort of they went off and did their own thing. And then the guy I was with, we sort of like finished what we were doing, and then I left. Then I received a message on Instagram that said, "Great to see you." And it was the guy that I had made out with. And I wrote back, "Oh, I guess we did more than see one another." And he just like wrote like a winky face, like a coy winky face. So obviously I'm at a sex club.
Yeah.
Like obviously I'm going to be interacting with people that I find hot at the sex club. That's like the moment to be hot. That's also the moment where when I saw you do stand up, you mentioned that you had the holy trinity of gonorrhea. You were like,
that was that moment.
Dick, ass.
Oh, no!
That was true.
We've all been there. Well, maybe you
I
haven't.
have not.
And so I was like, okay, like you're being slutty, you're having the time of your life, whatever. But the message on Instagram was like, that felt like wild to me.
And so this was someone that you had a prior relationship
Never
with?
met in my life.
Oh.
But
Just
they
must have been a
clearly follow me, knew who I was.
Yeah.
But we go over this all the time.
But I
think there's a certain level that you get to that you can't just be at sex clubs anymore.
Unless you just want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Do you go to sex clubs?
Experiences? Same thing?
I was just at Spartacus and fucking Puerto Vallarta, which is like a great spa, like a bathhouse situation. And I still go. I think, and also recently, my entire set of nudes is on one of those message boards that I found out.
No.
Yeah, in fact, by the time this airs, I don't know if they're going to have been taken down or what. But like,
do you have like people who can get them taken down? Go on.
I immediately, but like the thing, like they haven't. I like as of a couple of days ago, they weren't. I'm not like super concerned about it. Because like the reviews were fine. Nobody was being shitty. But like, and also like professionally, it's such a part of my brand that like. It doesn't, like, my manager was like, yeah, I don't think this really hurts you. And like, no, it's like TMZ isn't reporting about it or anything like that.
Right.
So it's not, I'm not that big. I'm sure, like, if
Which
I
is
ever
good because
did-
when you get that big, it's sort of like, that's old news to you that already happened.
So like, it's such a big part of my brand that I don't feel uncomfortable being there. It does like irk me sometimes when I like think about. No, I don't have any weirdness about going to those spaces or sex spaces. Like, because like, do you go to Ospinoff ever in LA?
Yeah, I love Ospinoff.
I love Ospinoff. I'm Ospinoff queen. I've never seen you there, so I take your review.
I've been.
But I'm in
It's
the.
not your crowd.
It's not my crowd.
I'm in that dark room every time. I always pop in, just to
see what's going
just
on.
to see, and like I've been fucked and sucked in all the things in that room before, and it is a little weird in LA because you like are seeing your friends in there sometimes,
Right.
and you're just like doing your best to avoid eye contact with them, and that's weird. But like ultimately, like I'm pretty like okay with it. My weird thing is that there are definitely people in this city and in other gay spaces who have never remembered my name, clearly have no interest in me socially, and then will see my blue check mark on Instagram, or someone will tell them that I'm on television, and suddenly they get very flirty or sexual.
Sure.
And that makes me feel like shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't like it. And then, my therapist actually told me, he was like, for some people, like, success is sexy. And so you shouldn't take that necessarily, like, personally. Like, if that's, like, another factor that they're, like, sort of triangulating in their brain when they're deciding what's making them horny, then,
Right.
like, your success maybe is not it. But for me, it always just feels like, I don't know. I want to be.
Where do you go from
Well,
Yeah.
I also think that's probably because maybe for you, success doesn't
No,
factor
yeah,
in.
exactly, yeah.
And so you're like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But if you were like, no, I find guys who own rich mansions hot,
Right.
then you're like, yeah.
But it also does make me feel like, are you in this for the story, or are you like, do you just like? And again, like I know that I am. Please do not write in the. I'm a DD, like E-list celebrity, gay celebrity at best.
That's
like
Dungeons and Dragons on ecstasy.
I have no illusions about. I'm not Billy Eichner.
No, but
like,
you're
that, like,
gamus.
Yes,
That's a
exactly. In gay
term that we
spaces, some
use.
people might know who I am, especially if you're like a gay Asian person, you might
Right.
know who I am. But like, it does make me like, it's like,
Yes,
oh
Bowen,
God,
we
like,
love your work.
it makes me more aware of like what the reviews will be about my performance
Sure.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it makes me be like, oh yeah, I hooked up with Joel Kim Booster and he was XYZ or something like that. Like that, it puts me in that headspace, which for me is like deeply a boner killer. Like I don't
Right.
want to have to be thinking about that, of like what the like mythology of my sexual performance is going to be
Totally.
moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like weird because then I have to think about like, like I am verse.
Put it on a bumper sticker.
Well,
Put it
Wow,
on,
you
put it
heard
on
it
a
here
bumper sticker.
first.
It's
I
annoying.
am verse.
It's annoying to have to like talk about it, but I think it's racialized, and it's like when people are like, you're a bottom, you're a bottom, you're a bottom.
Sure.
And I hate,
Yeah.
and it's so ugly and annoying to get defensive about bottoming, because here's the thing: I love to bottom.
Right.
There are guys that I love to bottom for, and there are probably a smaller minority, it's getting bigger as I get older, of guys that I love to top too. But like,
Right.
it's always weird to me when I like somebody knows who I am and then I bottom for them. I always like have this weird thing now where if I know that they know who I am, I'm like, we have to switch. We have to switch. And it's like, it takes it out of a sexual space. Like it takes it out of like,
You're like, I'm managing my brand.
it's like it takes it out of like, oh, like, because like there are some guys that like I just like the chemistry
Yeah.
makes me want to top, and a lot more guys that the chemistry makes me want to bottom. But then like it's like immaterial of the chemistry if someone's like
Right.
aware of who I am, because I'm like, exactly what you said, managing the brand, and that's like fucked up and annoying.
Completely!
Like it's ruining sex for me in some cases, but.
Well, you got to
What
get
else?
yourself one of those hoods.
Yeah, I know. It's always, but then
You
there's
know
like,
about that?
No, what?
Have you ever been to
Yeah.
a sex party where someone is just wearing like literally its eye holes in a mouth hole?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And they're like walking around like living their full life. Everyone's hooking up with them.
The tattoos.
Like, whatever.
Yeah,
fuck
I
it
was
up
about
for
to say,
me.
but
Yeah.
you can always tell Sean Morales' tattoos.
But there's no there's no winning though, because sometimes I'll hook up with a guy and then like post coitally he'll like roll over and be like, by the way, I know who you are. And I'm like, well, now
that's the
I was
worst.
like, you actually have to disclose that information before we hook up.
And
That's happened to you so many times.
yeah,
hasn't it?
they roll over and they're like, so is your character on Sunnyside a millionaire or a billionaire?
One time I rolled over and saw a picture of myself on their wall.
I remember that.
And I like posted it and I was like, oh, this whole fucking time you didn't even say anything?
Oh my God. I think about that side, just going back to my joke that I just said about your character on Sunnyside. I think about that all the time because I watch that show and you guys, all the humor is like, we're so rich, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just find myself fantasizing about being that rich.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself in that world all the time? Because the jokes are like, I guess we'll hop on the jet.
Yeah, not really. It was like so cartoony and like money is like I don't know. I grew up like poor and like I am not one of those I think there's like two sort of pathways when you grow up poor and become successful. You either become like sort of like fully embody the fantasy
Right.
and like are like I'm rich now and blah 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 and like
Right.
but I
Or you squirrel it away in a retirement fund.
yeah, I'm like more like I don't know, like I feel like the world's ending. I'm not like I'm so like that person who like I don't know. I like to pay for my friends to do things with me
Right.
because like it's no fun. Like if I can go to yes, I can afford to go to Puerto Vallarta, but if some of my friends can't, like it's no fun. So yeah, like let me pay for it. Like and don't be weird. Like it's not like I don't like just let me pay for it.
Right.
Like it's cooler. Like let me get and it's just like I don't know. Like because I feel like sometimes like people who grow up poor and then get money have like this weird sense of justice of like it's mine. I worked for this. It's mine.
Right.
And you could have done it too, but it's mine. And it's
Hopefully
like-
soon it'll be Bernie's.
Right. Exactly.
Wait, so did you have any crazy sex at the sex club in Puerto Vallarta?
I did not have actually that crazy sex at the sex club in Puerto Vallarta. I did have crazy sex on New Year's Eve. First time I ever had sex on New Year's Eve, which is like one of those holidays. It's like your birthday and New Year's Eve are one of those like days where you put so much pressure on yourself to have good sex,
Yeah.
like and get laid. I've never been laid on my birthday, by the way. Never. I've never had birthday sex, which is tragic. But
Yeah.
like I think it's partially because I put so much like emphasis on it happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was at this like party that was like a spa, like a retreat, like, and it was a circuit party that they happened to have on it, and there was all these like little like places where like you overlooking a cliff where people are supposed to meditate normally, where people were just getting fucked and like
Oh, I love that.
yeah, I know. I was like, I love imagining like the white woman who's like sitting here the next day, like
Just like in a pool of
where
cum.
yeah, exactly. And I met these two guys from Guadalajara, and two of the hottest people I've ever seen in my entire life. And both of them seemed a little crazy, which I like for a vacation. You gotta
You have
gotta
to.
like somebody who you like are like like I was like at one point during like us like sort of like dancing and hooking up, I was like, just move to LA, and there was something in his eyes where I was like, if I told him that one more time, I bet he would, like that kind of crazy. That kind of crazy is something that I am like so drawn to and fear. But yeah, we had really good sex, and they are in a relationship and they're open, and when they play together they only top. And I was like, I did Molly tonight, and it was mostly meth, so I think like I'm not really like in the space to do that. And he was like, it's cool, we can just do it in the shower. And I was like, oh, okay. And like I was like, but that's not necessarily comfortable for me. But okay. And then I've just never met two people so unconcerned about shit on their dicks in my entire life. I just like never in my entire life have I met two men who were just like so unconcerned.
Some
about
people out
me.
there like it.
I didn't
Mother
get that
Teresa.
from it. I didn't get that from it, but I just got this like they were just like into it. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like
They were
it,
like, we don't
They just
care.
didn't
they were
care.
like, just like go in the shower and come back. And I was like, okay, but like this is just gonna keep happening. Like
They're like, it's okay.
they're like, yeah,
it's fine.
it's okay. And I was like, all right, okay. And that was that.
That's so funny.
But it was great. Yeah, they're sweet boys.
They're signing a lease.
Sweet boys.
God
Moving here
bless.
soon.
Couldn't my Spanish, like as we got progressively fucked up, their English got worse and my Spanish got worse. And so it was just like so funny to like communicate different things, like him coming and being like, donde. And I was like, and like trying to like
Here? It's like in my mouth?
La facha.
yeah.
It's like, go to the shower again. Clean up. Good.
Yeah,
You
that's
better
it.
you better do it. Ring in the new year.
Yeah, that's not a ringing endorsement for Pure for Men, I guess. I guess it's more of it's less about the Pure for Men not working and more about the meth. Yeah.
Yeah.
The meth laced Molly.
Yeah. It's all a little bit meth. You got to be careful with that.
All right. Well, seems like we've come to the end of the episode.
Wait, you haven't said anything.
I don't have one this week.
She's
She's
in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have time for a voicemail.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, whoever you were going to hear.
It was going to be a great story about dentures.
Ooh.
Amen.
It'll happen again soon. Joel,
Yes.
where can people find you?
They can find me at I Hate Joel Kim. Those are all my handles. They can listen to Urgent Care, which is anywhere where podcasts. Sunnyside, the whole season's on Hulu. Watch Big Mouth on Netflix. If you're in Madison, Wisconsin,
Go off.
I'm here. I'm in your city, babe. Two shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow and Saturday at Comedy on State.
And be
Please.
crazy and act like you don't know who he is. It'll
Yeah.
get you laid. Great. Meatball.
You can find me at Spiciest Meatball on Instagram or Fat Drag Meatball on Twitter. I'm on there just dragging people lately. It's been fun.
Follow our show at Sloppy Pod, and you can send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. I'm Big Dipper Jelly on everything. And that's it. We're done. We did it.
We did it.
Thank you.
Yay!
Bye.
Better lit up forever. Nah. Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball is a Forever Dog podcast.
Executive produced by Joe Cilio, Brett Boehm, and Alex Ramsey.
Our logo art was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.
Forever